Well, you saw what I saw. It was a high-scoring affair, and obviously that tells you. I think we do have the chance to have some guys that can put the ball in the hole. And the biggest question mark as we move past the red-white game is, will we be able to stop somebody? That's going to be the biggest key. But I like it because we got more options. I think you can see that can be a balance on this basketball team, and certainly that can be any given night when guys can put some points in the hole. So that to me was an opportunity for people to see Bobby Portis in a public scrimmage, see the improvement of a guy like Antoine Bell. And I've been talking about it. He's a year older now, and you notice he doesn't shy away from taking the open shots. But I think he's doing more than just shooting the basketball. I think Qualls has been pretty consistent in raising his game another notch, doing some other things other than the highlights. Cody is just probably one of those guys that's going to be just consistent each and every night. End up with a double-double. In the first half, you hardly notice him out there, and that's the mark of a veteran player. But this can be an exciting team, and I think it will be an exciting team.
Mike, has Gully been shooting the ball in practice like he shot today?
Say it again.
Gully, has he been shooting the ball in practice like he shot
Who?
today? Fred Gully.
I tell you what, Fred has been, he's very much improved from last year. And I've been seeing him consistently knock down open shots. And to be an effective player in the SEC or at college basketball, I think you got to be able to knock down open shots. And he did that tonight. So that's a testament to him really working and trying to become a better basketball player. He's a fifth-year senior. Fifth-year senior. He's been here for a year and a half now, and so it's maybe his time to really come in and really help this basketball team. I still think the strength that he brings to the table. He's a steady defensive player. He can do that.
Coach, talk about the depth of your bench. Last year seemed to be pretty deep, but this year seems to be deeper.
Well, you can see the skilled forwards that we have. I think that's quality depth and depth that fits what we're doing. Alandis Harris, a guy that I think is a face-up forward, but he's really strong around that basket. Bobby Portis gives you a presence inside. Moses Kinsley, he's continued to come along each and every day in practice. So it was great for me to see him in a game setting, to see what he brings to the table. Cody Clark, versatile, inside, outside. Ja'Cory Williams, playing with a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of swag. And that's going to bode well for our basketball team. But what I was glad to see was, some of our guard play. Kai Madden, I thought he was a guy that kind of tried to take the red team on his shoulder, whether he be distributing the basketball or trying to score, getting to the free throw line. So you got a bunch of guys that can bring different things to the table. So therefore, when we play, we should have an all-out effort whenever we play teams. And so now it's just a matter of putting it all together. And that's going to be our job, is to put it all together and make sure they understand that we're going to hang our hats on our defense. Offensively, I think we got some guys you got to pay attention to. It's not just going to be one guy that you got to hone in on. And as you saw, Bobby Portis is a very unselfish basketball player. But we got other guys that can do some other things.
Do you see anything that kind of glared to you that, okay, we got to work on that, maybe the amount of fouls or anything defensively that you saw from your guys?
I just think defensively, I think we got to ranch it up another notch to where we cause disruption and still be assertive, be aggressive without fouling. We've got to be able to protect the rim when guys come in there. We had a couple of rim protectors in there, but we got to have more of that, where we're channeling with our pressure out on the floor, channeling guys in there. So I think just getting the rhythm defensively, and that defensively, I think offensively, we're doing some good things and pushing the ball and hitting the open guy. I thought you saw guys hitting the open guy, and we made some shots. But how about when you don't make those shots? What's going to take place? Can we be a team that can get to the glass? We can. The versatility allows us to get as small as we want to or as big as we want to. We had a couple times where we had the young guys out there together. I call them the Twin Towers. And they've got to learn. They played together before, but not necessarily on this stage. Can they function together out there?
Just out of curiosity, why did Keaton Miles switch teams?
He was a rover. I thought he was a guy. We was just trying to get a lot of minutes. This was his season. This game here was his season. And then I think he got banged up there in the second half. But again, he has some potential. And so he'll be sitting out this year and helping us in practice. So we were trying to get him as much time as we could with both teams.
Mike, last year this game was Landis' season. How good is it? He goes out there and does all the stuff he does, and to know he's going to be able to keep on playing games for how good is that?
Landis? Well, it's funny you say that because I asked him the other day, I said, how does it feel versus last year? And he said, it's about the same. I said, no, it's a difference than last year. And when he said, what is that, Coach? Well, last year, that was your season. This year, you're just getting ready to start your season. And so to see him come out and almost, contribute a double-double, doing a lot of blue-collar work. Defensively, I think he's got to get a whole lot better for our basketball team. But he has a knack for getting to the free throw line. And he just got to learn how to make free throws, continue to make free throws. He made 7 out of 9 tonight, 9 rebounds. That's pretty good numbers there. So it's a big difference. And he will help our basketball team.
Anyone maybe shine more than someone else that you thought during this game?
Well, I thought Fred, obviously he shot the ball well. He did some good things. I've seen guys do things in practice, and these are some of the things that they're doing. I was really impressed with Cody. I thought Cody let the game come to him. He didn't try to go out and get the game. I thought Mike Qualls was pretty active. He was everywhere, whether it be blocking shots, rebounding, running the fast break, knocking shots down. Kind of played within himself, and so that to me that's a sign of them understanding. Up-tempo basketball. It's not run and gun. It's run and execute. And Bell's been shooting the basketball. It's good to see him maybe do it in a form like tonight. But I caution, people and our coaching staff and even the player, you did that against each other. It's a little different when you're going to go out and play against another team that don't care nothing about you. So I'll be anxious to see it. But I like what I'm seeing so far. We still got a ways to go. We continue to be a work in progress. But as you put the pieces together, it's nice when you have some of the pieces to do it with versus not having them.
Was you surprised to see two? I don't know if that's a record or what, but I don't remember. Well, two teams scoring 100 in the red and white game. Were you surprised you guys were able to score that many points?
Well, I didn't think the other team would score, but I thought the other team got such a big lead. I thought they really kind of pulled off the gas a little bit. It was like, I think it was almost 20-point game. They had 76 points with maybe like 6 or 7 minutes to go, and then all of a sudden, I think Fred hit maybe like three-pointers. They hit a bunch of three-pointers going down the stretch. But I thought the white team kind of pulled off the gas a little bit. But it's a lot of points, though. It's a lot of points, and we're not going to be a team that's going to give up that many points. And to play that many guys and up and down the floor, the turnovers always going to be a concern. But one team had 11 turnovers. That's not bad.
Coach, talk about a guy like Ja'Cory Williams. Where do you see him fitting in and getting most of his playing time at this year? Well,
Ja'Cory he's a face-up, small forward, skilled forward is what he is. I think he has a big-time motor. He tweaked his ankle about 2 weeks ago, and he's actually just not really coming around full circle on that ankle. But he's hungry. He had a year up under his belt. You can see the guys that are making the moves, or the guys that were here last year, and guys that we brought in. I mean, they're stepping it up another notch. And why they're stepping it up? Well, we got some other good players coming in here, and the demand you got to bring in order to get quality playing time. Because I can't play everybody. So who are going to be those guys? So the competition, you can see it. That competition that's been going on in practice each and every day. I thought they showcased some of it today.